Hello, everyone. I am your host, Stephanie Niklich, for Success in Stilettos. You may also know me as the Millionista Mentor. Let me hold tight. I'm going to start the broadcast on Periscope. Here we go. Put that on me. Let's see if we can set this up. Okay. Let me see if I can get that so you. All right. Let's see. Is that working? Hey, Eve. Thanks for joining. So I am Stephanie Niklich, again, your host for Success in Stilettos. I'm also known as the Millionista Mentor if you've heard of me or you know me in the industry. Basically what I do is I help online entrepreneurs create passive revenue streams that can lead to 6- and 7-figure businesses without sacrifice, which is why I want to talk about my particular feeling on launches. I've done many launches in my career, and quite frankly, for me specifically, they've never panned out how I want them to, because there's so much variable involved when you're preparing for a launch. You see, what tends to happen is you don't actually know the number of leads that you need to go in to fuel the results that you want to get from a particular launch. Are there people that are having successful launches in the industry? Absolutely. It's just that I'm speaking from personal experience, and it hasn't really happened in my business how I had hoped and dreamed that it would. So I'm not doing it anymore. I literally swore off launching the end of 2015, and I wanted to set out to create a business that builds momentum month over month over month. And quite frankly, I make more money in any given month now doing it this way, because I have a machine that generates 100 to 200 new leads on a regular basis. So you can look at your numbers and you can see how you can lead people through a passive profit pipeline, and so you can get to the results that you actually need. If you guys are just tuning in and you have questions about why I feel a certain way about not launching, please do feel free to ask me. I'd be happy to answer those questions for you. There are very few people in the industry that know what the hell that they're doing in regards to launching. And even then, I see that people are getting entirely burnt out. Because you can't launch every month. You know, it takes a good 3 or 4 months to prepare in advance for a launch. It takes the actual launch, and then you have to deliver the program or whatever it is that you're selling on the other end. So maybe you can do that twice a year if you're lucky, but that's not the way that I feel that you can build systematic and sustainable success in your business, which is why I've basically sworn them off. I would like to create, and I am creating, and this is what I help other entrepreneurs create, is a business that grows with momentum month over month over month over month, so that it's not this feast or famine lifestyle. You're not worrying where the next lead is coming from. You're not worrying how you can close the next sale. You know, see, these days I'm waking up anywhere with over $1,000 to $5,000 of passive revenue in my PayPal account. And it's not that this happened overnight. I busted my ass to get here. But if you put all the pieces into place in the front end, you can just turn on the machine, and then it's a numbers game. You can look at how people are converting, which is very different than focusing on a launch, because there's so much that you don't know. You could collect those leads, but how are you going to account for how they're going to react to that sales page or that training that you're offering them to get them enrolled in your program? It's really hard to do so if it's never been tested before. So testing is something that we do so much in my business, and it's one of the most important pieces in the funnel, in the process, or the funnel, so to speak. It's that you need to figure out exactly what your customer needs from you, right? And if you can set out to accomplish and solve one of their problems, you will have a customer for life. When you'll have a raving fan, you'll have your tribe, you'll have a paying client, you know, when you focus on serving and solving their number one problem. If you're launching a program and there's only a certain amount of time, a window to join, yes, there's a sense of urgency, so it might give you a bigger, number up front. But if you had a $100,000 launch, which most online entrepreneurs don't, unfortunately, it's something that's talked about by very few, and it's something that's sought after by many. I don't want to work with that. I want to work with people that understand that this month they can map out the plan to earn 20 grand in their business, next month 30, next month 40 and 50, and just a couple months down the road, they will be having consistent 6-figure months. It's a very different way of looking at things, but a way that I feel as a business person is truly sustainable for your success and the better way to go. Now, you can start off small. You know, the first point of having a funnel is a lead generation tool, which is the same in an evergreen sales funnel or preparing for a launch. You know, figure out a way to speak to your ideal client, to solve their problems, and to get them to enroll in you. If you don't have something that does that right now, you need to get on that train immediately, okay? And it has to be specific to speak to them. You can go, you can create something, you can try out the wording, and then you can watch the numbers and see how people respond to you. If you're getting anything under a 1% conversion, which seems really low, although actually industry standard is anywhere from 1 to 3 typically. And then if you get 5, man, you're knocking it out of the park. But see, most people don't know that those numbers are required. So if you're trying to put on a $100,000 launch, you got to work backwards to actually know the number of leads that you think you need, because if it's a launch, you really don't know because it's not tested in advance, right? That's why evergreen sales funnels, I feel, for me and the people that are really looking to accomplish sustainable success, because launching is going to kill you. It will suck the living daylights out of you. I launched for the Collaborate conference. You know, I had really big goals. We did get to 3,500 members, viewers during the conference, which is incredible for a first-year conference, but that wasn't the goal, right? So it's being realistic, because most people actually don't understand what is required to get to the goals they want. They're like, oh, I see everybody else out there, quote unquote, making $100,000 on launches. But what's not talked about is what actually the marketing budget that was put in behind the scenes, the team that they had to add on in order to accomplish that, the number of leads, the time preparation, the energy, energetically, they have to recover after it. I don't agree with it. And I might be one of the few that doesn't, and that's okay. I really am set out to work with people. You know, I don't know how many of you know me that are here, but I'm a new mommy. I have just over a 2-month-old at this point, a beautiful little baby girl. And, you know, when I found out that I was pregnant, I was in the place of launching a lot of stuff, still not necessarily getting all the results that I wanted to every time. And it was just, it was energetically draining. And I was working so much. I was working 14 to 16 hours a day at the time. And obviously anybody that's here that has children knows that that's not conducive to being an active and present parent. And I made a decision in my business that my life was not a reflection of the way that I wanted it to. Yes, I had built a lucrative business, but outside of that, I wanted to enjoy life. And as coming into being a new mom, I wanted to enjoy my child, and that there's no going back when it comes to that. So I now work 10 to 3, Monday through Thursday, a little bit on Fridays, because I did the work on the front end to put the machine in place to generate new leads and new sales every single day. And I don't have to worry about where the money's coming from anymore. And every day we look at our numbers and we look at our conversions and we look how people respond to the things that we put out, and we tighten it up and we test it out, we tweak it so that every day we're getting more leads and more sales, more leads and more sales. And majority of it is lower price point products, digital products that I've only created once, and then set up this seamless, streamlined system for success that runs day in and day out, day in and day out. And I mean, personally, you know, if you're making $1,000 a day, that adds up to 30 grand a month. That's $360,000 a year revenue. That's not too bad by working 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You know, does it take a little more time up front to put these pieces in place? Yes. But the thing is, you're not in any rush anymore. It's not like you can do this on your own time. So I do this show every Monday and Wednesday, Success in Stilettos. The point of me doing the show is to really reveal what it takes to build a successful business. I talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. I want to be known for being authentic and transparent. So anything that you want to know, you can reach out to me personally. You can connect with me on Facebook at Female Entrepreneurs Collaborate, or you can also check out my website, stephanieniglich.com. I have some incredible business building downloadables for free. And then I also have those lower price point products that I talked about, specifically to mastering your mindset, because that's the first piece in creating a successful business, or also building a successful sales funnel. Of course, the people that are really ready to up their game in 2016 and really want to help mapping out that plan for that system that I talk about in order to create multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses moving forward. Those are the people that I work with privately, but it's very, very limited as I am moving away from private anything by April 1st, 2016. And I will be focusing on serving more people in a elite group coaching type environment where you will have live access to me at different incredible cities around the world. So it's truly for people that want ongoing support and are committed to building a successful empire. Again, launches are not my thing. I don't necessarily believe in them. They've never really worked out in my business the way that I've hoped. And I've put a lot of money investing in my business and my success and continue to do so to grow the team, to be able to bring. Yes, I am in Sorgeties right now. I'm split between Miami and New York at the moment, but yeah, I own a house here, and it's about 1 hour and 45 minutes from New York City. So I get the best of both worlds. I do spend quite a bit of time in New York City currently, but my whole family's here. That's why I'm here with the baby. I'm a new mom. I don't know if you heard that. But thanks for tuning in, April. Make sure to go to stephanieniglich.com, and I'll spell my last name. It's Nicklich. Yeah, it's absolutely near Woodstock. So stephanieniglich.com/the show to get on the list to receive show updates every Monday and Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be speaking in the upcoming shows a lot more about passive revenue streams, about a lot more about creating sustainable business structures, because that is my jam, and that is something I feel like I have to bring forth to the world as an online entrepreneur, but also as a mom. I know there's a lot of moms out there hustling to build successful businesses, and I want to show them that you can actually build the business of your dreams without sacrifice, so that you can be that present mommy, that present wife, the present boss, whatever it is that you choose to be in life. This can be done without sacrifice. So catch me on the next show Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look forward to hanging out with you guys weekly. You know, definitely join Female Entrepreneurs Collaborate on Facebook. Make sure to follow me on Periscope, stephanieniglich.com, and have a wonderful rest of the week. I will talk to you soon. Bye, Millionistas. I will see you next time for another episode of Success in Stilettos.